button.
Who's got the button?
It's on. We're on.
Cool.
I'm gonna go over this way. There we go. Cause I'm just. It's been a day.
Yeah, it has been a fucking day. He got his chair after all.
Alright, I'm gonna scoot it this way a little bit. Now we're on camera.
So Tiff's gonna be doing readings for y'all tonight.
No.
Alright, see you later, guys. We're gonna leave it to her. Just kidding. I'm heading to get an ashtray.
I was legit heading on.
That's all I can say.
I was legit heading on.
If I wasn't afraid of getting murdered. Actually, I'm actually not afraid of getting murdered, but that's a different story. That's all. Therapy's a wonderful thing.
I know, right?
Hey, Renee.
Sup?
Howdy, howdy.
Okay. What? I'm getting. I gotta get I gotta get mine out. And then go here.
See, that's the biggest problem with having that particular camera used that way.
Both of them are like that. I can't scroll it from this angle. But now I gotta use the phones. He's right, though. Elwood, the humans too. Hi.
Oh, God. Redmond says hi from Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Ohio is in all caps, too.
Ohio.
And that person got banned. Cool. Awesome.
Damn, that was quick. They dove in.
Who the fuck? I didn't even notice it.
Yeah. Hi, Renee. I felt a blah, blah, blah energy. You should message me. Blam. Banned.
He's got a trigger band finger.
My thumb is excited.
It's excited and excitable.
Mm-hmm.
But we have new decks. And somewhere are my glasses. There they are. We have new decks, which means our asses are going to be doing some form of reading. It's been quite a time since I've done any actual fucking card reads.
Oh, you did oracles. That's a card read.
I don't do them on a constant basis.
Hmm. I need $1 for each one of those, alright?
Each one of what?
She said I told her off in 8,000 ways to get banned. I need $1 for each one of those ways.
Absolutely. Oh. But we'll be getting to readings here in just a minute. One or both of us will be doing pulls from decks of many kinds.
I don't want to pull from that deck.
Which one?
The deck of many things.
No, well.
No.
I might.
I mean, I have the lime green deck. Renee, I think that you would like that deck.
Yeah, I think you would like this deck too.
I believe, yeah, you and a couple other people.
Yeah. No, what I was talking about, Tiff, is in Dungeons & Dragons, there is a deck of tarot cards called the Deck of Many Things. And each card is enchanted.
And it does a different thing. However, it's kind of a monkey's paw situation.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can get your wishes granted. Sometimes suddenly a servant appears for you. Sometimes the person who loves you the most suddenly turns on you and kills you in your sleep.
Actual as written.
Yeah, or your soul gets trapped into a crystal and gets sent to another plane of existence. And your friends have to go and find you.
All right, then.
Yeah.
None of our party would.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Debbie.
Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Move my buffalo. That was a present to my papa. We went out west. And Granny thought I would want to have it.
Cool.
I'll get these out too.
All right.
God, that sounded dangerous. Whatever the fuck that was from.
That was not from me.
All right, so we're back. Biggest announcement is Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are going to be at Waverly Hills Sanatorium. We're going to be there for the event that's there all day. Our special seminar / panel is pretty much what it is. Let's call it what it is. It's going to be a panel. But our special panel discussion is going to be at 2 p.m. We're going to be doing the crowd favorite horror stories from the road. This will be our favorite things that we've come across or happened since we've been a team, and some of the worst cases that we've encountered.
Mm-hmm.
We've been floating around the digital flyer for 5 We're going to post it again here very shortly if Brian doesn't go ahead and do that. But all the details are on there. Howdy. Hello. Again, for those who are just popping in, we're going to be at Waverly Hills Saturday, this coming Saturday.
And Louisville.
Louisville. What part of Kentucky are you from? I don't know. Say Louisville.
Actually, all of them say Louisville. The only way you can tell the difference between people is bird dog.
It is true. Hey, Tiff.
Fuck you.
But
I never should have told you that story.
Fuck no. That was your fault, and then you married it. But
if you
we're gonna
All
be there.
bells.
If you got it, then you should put a ring on it.
We're gonna be there.
Oh.
We are gonna be there with bells on, doing the thing all day. Come out, come check it out, come hang out. The weekend after, so the 24th and 25th I almost said December, of September, God I wish, of September, we're going to be at the local event, the Central Kentucky Mystical Market, and we're looking forward to that. Come by, see us, get a handshake, get a high five, get a hug. All of them are free. You can get a number of our services. We are going to be doing what it is that we do right there on the floor for you guys. The 8th of October, we're doing a meet and greet. If you guys want to come and hang out, come and hang out. We're going to try our best to have as many mechanics around as possible, and we're just going to have a good time that day, spending it with y'all. That's the point of it. I know we've got a couple of people that are coming in from out of town, so we're looking forward to meeting them and a bunch of you guys as well. Scarefest is going to be the 21st through 23rd of October. We are going to be doing the damn thing there on the Scarefest floor as well. We're going to have the shop there. Ain't that right, Tiff? Awesome. And
I'm tired. I've been doing fucking construction work all day.
we're gonna have the store there, right?
Yes.
Cool. So
Is the store going to be there?
the store's gonna be there. And Solo from the Pet Rock. But the store's going to be there. We're going to be there. You can come by. Same deal applies. Get a handshake, get a high five, get a hug, get a picture with us.
I got some really fun stuff coming in for Scarefest too.
We're going to be there full tilt. And there has been a decision made to bring back ye old party booth rules. So we're going to be doing some demos and a bunch of other cool things. You never know. We'll have a couple surprises there at the booth, so you should, come by and see. Now, I know that there is an event that is coming up, possibly in November, that if it does pan out, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be excited for. We don't know anything about it other than a possible date, so we're not going to discuss a whole lot, but just getting you guys prepared for that. It'll be the first weekend in November, if it does go down. The next round of classes is going to start October 11th. October 11th is going to be the next 101. So for those of you that have paid and missed it, or calling out the cat. But for those of you who have paid for the class and missed it, or for those of you that needed to take it the next time around, the 101 is going to be on October 11th. That is October 11th. That's going to be at about what?
Yeah, we can do it earlier this time if we need to.
So we'll say 6:30.
Yeah, we can say 6:30, something like that.
So about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, October 11th. October 12th, the day right after, we're doing the 102. So for those of you that took the 101 this past Tuesday, and you're ready for the 102, that is going to be October 12th. Same time. 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Yes, we do offer online. We do them both at the same time. You are simulcast in via conference chat. So if you need to do online, you can do online.
Yeah, that would work out a lot better. 6:30 to 8:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, if you guys have questions after the fact, we can stay for a little while, an extra half hour or so, and make sure that all the questions are answered and everything.
All right. Now I got them in my calendar. Awesome.
Howdy.
All right. The event is pinned to the top of the page.
Okay. Top of the page. So it's the pin post.
Yes, it is the pin post.
Alrighty. You all heard it. The information for the event on Saturday.
You have to go online to get the tickets at their particular, whatever their website is. I don't remember
It's on.
it should be on it.
It's on the flyer. But yeah, it's it's basically pre-registration. You got to go in and get your ticket beforehand. To my knowledge, they are not doing at the door. So you have to get your tickets online.
Yep, there it is. Yep, it is on the flyer. Actually, what I need to do is actually tag them in that. What is her name of her event company?
Who?
It's still It's Mama Ruby's,
Yeah,
but
it's still Mama Ruby's.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what the name of the event's under.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Mama Ruby's, and I think it's the Waverly Foundation or some shit like that. I can't remember.
yes. Okay, so I can tag it. So I'm going to go back in, edit that, tag it. So they see we tag them in it. We need to actually start doing that too with the metaphysical fairs when we do that.
Yeah. Always used to.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll get to your all's questions, comments here in just a second, and then we'll get to looking at some stuff here. We have a whole box of cards.
I brought home goodies. I got a large shipment in today. Actually, came in yesterday.
Alright, there, got it.
Lots of stuff for Scarefest. There's one deck in there that's kind of wild. Okay, there's two.
Yeah, it is Wednesday, 10/12 for the 102 at 6:30. Bridget. Debbie McDonald said her birthday was in November. That would be amazing. Which one are you? Are you going to be at the 101? Renee, is that what you're saying?
What's going on?
I'm going through comments. I will be there for sure.
Oh,
I just don't know to what. There's a lot of things we just named off.
right. There's a bunch of events and classes and things, so you gotta give us context.
Okay, which one's both, sweetie?
I think she's talking about the classes, dude.
I would say, yeah.
Okay, so you want to do the class? We recommend if you're going to do the 101, you're going to wait a month for the 102. That gives you time enough to practice. So if we're doing back to back like that, 101 isn't going to go directly into 102 the next day. That's a lot to have to be able to process. We were explaining that last Tuesday to the class, which actually everybody seemed to enjoy the new format, and it went way smoother.
All right.
I'm sitting here looking at myself on the TV, and I'm like, I look like I'm melting. I feel like I'm melting. Am I melting?
Maybe a hair.
Choices were made.
Well, you want the place open or not?
Let's see.
Spent half my day with a drill up a ladder.
I flip burgers. I think I would rather have a drill.
Well, I can't pay you that much for the drill.
I know. Soon.
Alrighty.
So, are we unboxing?
Go for it.
Alrighty. Are these up on the site web?
Not all of them just yet, but that's mostly because I was about to face plant when I left the shop, so.
Put them behind me. Everybody can see.
Have we gotten any of these?
The crystal mandalas?
Yeah.
They may be in that Llewellyn order I put in.
Because I know there was a bunch of people that were really interested in these since I was reading with them.
Okay.
So we're going to have a couple of options. I'm going to let Brian do the Tarot card readings.
Ew.
And I'm going to do the Orichalcal readings.
Cackles.
Man, I haven't done tarot card readings in probably 4 years.
Then you're doing better than me.
They come with a book.
The little pamphlet, just...
Damn it.
It's like a fucking road map.
Okay. Yeah, the class was fun. We were allowed to be ourselves, which was awesome. Thank you for a safe space. Of course.
That's the point.
That's the point. And that's allied us.
Good. Yeah, that's the point of it.
By the way, I loved those bags. Trish showed them to me.
By the way, I need to get mine.
Yeah, it's on the bookshelf at the house.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to leave it in there for the kids to destroy.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Recycle the direction list. Yeah. Absolutely. So, let's look at cards.
So the first ones that we've got are these crystal mandalas. These are the ones that I was using, Brian was using, we were both using. Periodically, some of you have gotten readings from me with these, and we've done the last couple live readings with these. They are absolutely fantastic. The art in them is amazing. And what's really cool about them is that they pair the stone with an ascended master, god, goddess, or teacher.
Or angelic presence.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing.
So they do things.
Let's look at... So these are the ones we're allowed to open and look around in?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's see here. Let's go for... Since Scarefest is around the corner, we'll look at the... This.
Those are so cute.
Trick or Treat Tarots.
There. It just makes me think of that shitty Halloween movie, though.
Trick or Treat.
The third one. Season of the Witch.
Oh.
The bad one.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was some that I forgot to bring on too.
We have Friday the 13th cards or Halloween?
No, Witch Oracles, something Samhain.
Huh.
Gotcha.
But we were showcasing these. Of course, you know, if you guys want these, all you got to do is let us know.
We have at the very bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Nine of Pentacles is Elvira.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what she...
I told you those were adorable.
May all your wishes come true. Let me look at them first before I try to...
It was a horrible movie. Absolutely. That was...
It was
fucking terrible.
Awful. Let's go a completely random ass direction with movies. Well, we had this, nightmarish serial killer that terrorized the town. How about people turn into things after they watch TV? What?
What?
Their heads spawn maggots.
It's so fucking bad. But, yeah, we're looking at the Trick or Treat Tarot.
Alright.
Brian's showing some of the stoof.
Is that a
Tilt it down, just there you go. Now it's not glaring.
Come on, give me a little bit of focus. Pretend you're on Adderall phone. Give me some focus. Halloween H2O wasn't terrible. Only had Busta Rhymes in it.
What is that for? Well, it's a tarot deck, so I would imagine you read tarot with it.
There's another one. And then that. Come on. As it focuses on Tiff.
It's catching the most movement is the problem.
That's fine. No, we got some new stuff on the for the website. We're showing the. I'm probably going to try and read these. These are our demo cards.
We're just showing you guys some of the new stuff that we got in case you guys were interested. Plus, gives us a chance to have a little bit of fun too. We've already gone out. He's using the Trick or Treat Tarot. And I have the Crystal Mandalas currently.
Yeah, since these are... I'm just going to shuffle.
These are demos, so...
Yeah.
Will you hand me the Wild Mystics? Thank you.
See if me and these cards work together.
I will also be using the Wild Mystic deck tonight. There we are. But yeah, we're also doing readings. If you have a question, feel free to ask. Give us a question.
God.
We're having some fun tonight, y'all. This just reminds me of the back of fucking Perkins.
I never got to go to that.
It was always a thing. You know, you always had people in the back reading tarot and people doing Reiki treatments and all kinds of random shit in the one here in town. For those who don't know, the glory that is Perkins.
Perk-a-perk.
Perkins. It was a 24-hour restaurant and bakery. And it was the hangout around here for most of the people that do what it is that we do. So,
except me, I didn't come in till late. I was a late bloomer.
And then the Perk was gone. Damn it. Give us a question, and we might have an answer.
Well, we'll try to find one anyway.
We'll flip through these cards until we get you one. Maria Rex, hello.
Usually everybody's like, me. And now they're like, crickets.
Right? Oh.
What's the scoop from October, the birthday month? All right, let's see here.
What is my continuous dream telling me?
Okay, we'll do that one next.
Yeah.
I think threes.
Yeah, 3 card I'll do. Oh, that's fucking cool. Those are fucking cool.
I told you I love those. Those are the ones that I got before, like 2 weeks before they actually dropped. Oh my god. It drove me nuts because I couldn't get them out.
I can't remember one of them. Brain's going with one of them.
Hold, please.
Hold, please.
Again, we're doing readings tonight. We're just checking out these new decks. If you guys have a question, leave it in the comments. We will be getting to them, promise.
Okay. And then... Huh. What the ray. The way it's reading, it's like it could be. It's not that. It's that. It's kind of like it's saying something to the effect like there's. Either that or the other. What is it? Is it a person or is it an event or a situation? I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking to them. It's almost like there's something new that's coming up, and it was almost like it was a person, but it's not a person. It's almost like something you're working on, but there's a little bit of trepidation with the thing you're wanting to do. I mean, you have the youthful exuberance to go with it because it's a new idea, it's a new process or a new thing you're wanting to do, but there's going to be a lot of juggling and a lot of having to make sure things stay in balance because you got 2 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands, and Wands is reversed. Mind the ballpark. Interesting fact about cards. just a 52 card deck, 52 deck of cards, there's enough iterations that you could never have the same sequence of cards twice, ever. You go to the end of the universe trying to get the same exact set of cards when you shuffle. It's like 10 to the billionth power of combinations. Problem of doing the thing.
Well, that's pretty much what you were getting. He's doing another run for you.
I think the biggest issue that you have is patience. If you're wanting to do, if there's a particular thing that you're wanting to do it with the intent to see it completely through. Otherwise, it's like grasping in the dark. Because that's the one that came up. But in the end, it's going to be, at the end of it, if you can overcome these two particular challenges, it's going to be something that everybody around you is going to enjoy that you do. It's celebrations, good tidings. Yeah.
Awesome.
So let me shuffle these.
Sure.
Shuffle them.
Shuffle them.
For those coming in, we're doing readings. We are showcasing some of the new decks that we got.
Brian's knocking the rust off of this plow.
Man, I don't know what it is, but it's like I was telling her. She came in and I was telling her, and I was like, something always keeps pulling me back to fucking doing oracle readings again, even though I haven't done them on a consistent basis for 5 ever. And I finally went, you know what, fuck it. Fine. Something's telling me to get back into it, so we're going to get back into it. But we are doing...
just questions. I'm just doing 3 card spreads. I'm not doing big shit.
And then I will do an oracle read. You want me to get the next one?
Ask a specific question, Lisa. Okay. Do the continuous stream because I think that one's more of an oracle.
Yeah. Okay, and that was...
Shanna.
So Shanna, do you want the Crystal Mandala or do you want the Wild Mystic? Tell me which deck you would prefer, madam. Fuck.
Crystal.
Oh, okay.
We want some deep knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, we are dropping the truth bombs, eh? All right. These have that tendency to be very...
Like you.
like me. I love these things, though. I do. I don't understand. I will make you understand.
See the truth.
Suffer. Suffer. Suffer.
That was a great movie.
It is.
I watched it again the other day.
Suffer! I hope you suffer! You little shit! Suffer!
Suffer! If you guys haven't seen Rapture Palooza, it is one of the dumbest but greatest movies you'll ever watch.
Oh, thanks, Lisa, and thanks.
Breakthrough window deck?
Yeah.
Actually.
Hi, Dutton.
Hi, Dutton.
So, all right.
Oh,
Thank you, Lisa, for the 200 stars. Thank you, Lee, for the 200 stars.
All right, Miss Shauna. Okay. Ascended Master Kuthumi and Boss Agate, Sacred Ecosystem is your first card. Us speaking about dreams specifically, when we're talking about an ecosystem in dreams, we're talking about the abstract thoughts that we have. And whether or not those things are safe for us. Interesting. Archangel Gabriel and turquoise, safe to be seen. That is a very interesting card to get since we were talking about dreams. So Gabriel is the messenger. He is the archangel that brings tidings. He's a harbinger. Looking at the sacred ecosystem card, knowing it's about dreams and about stability in those dreams, and then getting the safe to be seen associated with Gabriel, there is a particular message that is trying to be sent that either is getting lost in translation or isn't being accepted.
did you get it?
Did you get it? Did you get that thing he sent you? Let's see.
I'm sorry, my brain immediately went to.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
We gotta watch that sometime, y'all.
Oh, it's going to be a thing. And then Ascended Master Merlin and Mystic Merlinite. Read the energy. So it's a lack of clarity.
Lost in translation.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the answer there. Something is getting lost in translation. There's a lack of clarity.
Yeah, she actually is like, yeah, it's lost in translation.
Okay. Interesting. Ascended Master El Moria. I had to say it that way because it sounded too much like Elvira. Blue Star Sapphire, the Higher Will. And that's a beautiful card, actually. It really is. It's a beautiful card. So now we're looking at the reasons why it's getting lost in translation. Higher Will. And a special connection to Gabriel with this reading. When was the last time you spent any real time with your flavor of divine? Because what this reading is telling me is that you have a very direct message that's being sent that either you've disregarded or you're trying too hard. One or the other is happening. Basically, you're getting in your own way, is what this pretty much means. Hello, Trina. We're doing reads tonight. And the last one is special, definitely. Goddess Persephone and and Ruby, the inner queen. So, the reason why you're getting the dream that you are getting, and the reason why it's so strange, is the higher self is connecting to your flavor of God and is trying to get you to resonate with who you actually are. Not the mask you show people, not the way you think you have to be, but the person that you actually are. The being that you actually are. And the reason why things are getting lost in translation is the fact that your conscious mind is going, but, what if, well maybe. Is it true? There's way too many questions that are being asked in the forefront, and you're not able to actually see the answer for yourself. Like a sledgehammer. These cards are not kind. They're like a sledgehammer.
Thank you, Rachel, for the stars.
Thank you guys very much. It's very kind of you.
You're getting tipped.
We are getting tipped. How about that?
Yay. Let's see here.
Brian's got the next read, unless you guys want a specific oracle read. Ah, fuck.
I think I've got this one.
Which one are you doing? Makes absolute sense. Thank you. I was trying too hard. We all do. Let's just call it what it is. Everybody tries to overachieve sometimes, and it winds up getting in our own way a little too often when we do that. Some things in life you got to take your time with. As half my deck hits the floor. Wait, which one popped up?
An entire stack. Her eyes ever open.
Anyway. Fuck's sake. Alright, you're up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, we're just showcasing some of the decks that we got in.
Yes, I'm asleep holding my phone up.
I've done it.
He has.
I've seen you do it.
You have. I'm using the Crystal Mandalas. Brian is currently using the Trick or Treat deck.
There are others.
There are others.
And I may go to the occult.
I'm actually.
I want to open them.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm kind of anxious to see.
Those are kind of wild.
Okay, you want to do the occults?
Yeah, I'm going to switch to the occult deck.
Okay.
I'm no Ken Boggle when it comes to tarot.
To Tarot.
To rot or to not to rot.
That is never a question.
Are we... Oh, okay, she's commenting on the card. I can't see that well.
That's the reason why we're stating them out loud.
Well, she's talking about what that card said. Her eyes are ever open.
Oh.
I can't see that well.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Alrighty. Man.
This is the occult Tarot deck.
Yeah, we actually have to get a little bit of sheen.
Yeah,
There we go.
there it is. Yeah, this is the occult tarot.
Let's see here. Oh, okay. Neat. The first card that I see, Baphomet.
I told you they're wild.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, what is the, whose are you doing?
Lisa, she is asking in regard to a situation with her daughter and the daughter's boyfriend.
They are very shiny.
Like,
They definitely have the holofoil thing going on.
man.
You get the job we're looking for. We will get to y'all as soon as we can get to y'all, promise.
All right, so we have the next one, Beelzebub. The moon.
There's a lot of Nataz in that.
Lucifer, death.
Oh,
I told you.
that's funny as hell.
The devil, Moloch.
I'm down. Fuck it.
The Ace of Wands is Azazel.
Oh my.
We have Lucifuge Rofocale for the Ace of Pentacles. Baal for the Emperor. Agares for the Five of Wands. Visago for the Tower. Man.
That's an all-star cast, ladies and gents.
I mean, you know.
Justice is Astaroth.
I mean, I can actually see that one.
It
Pretty
could have
boss,
been
though.
that, or where the wands were replaced with probes.
Well, yeah, we could do that one. We have Asmodeus as the King of Wands.
Okay.
Shax as the Four Cups. Forcus is the Hermit. Gremory is the Empress. Valak is the Wheel of Fortune. Andreophilus, the Queen of Swords. And Dantalion, High Priestess. Man.
Like I said, it's an all-star cast.
Hello.
Hi from Baton Rouge. How are you?
Hello.
We're playing with Tarot.
We are playing with tarot and oracle decks tonight, showcasing some of the stuff we got. Brian is about to do a reading. I'll catch the next one.
We're hitting a particular piece.
That's just
Have you found
fun.
yourself some new babies?
I may have.
Those are just fun. Currently, Brian is using the occult tarot. Literally, it is occult tarot.
Yeah, we got some.
And it is definitely some wild shit. We also have the Trick or Treat deck out. The Crystal Mandala deck is out. As my neighbor shows everybody on the live feed how big his dick is.
Just ask us a question, and we'll put you in the queue.
Yes, and we also have the Wild Mystic oracles.
Like, I feel this pulling.
I think Brian has a deck.
Yeah, I think Brian has new babies.
All right.
I think those are yours, man.
You have to ask a question.
Yep, we actually need a question. We need a direction.
All right. So for Lisa Snyder. So we have the Ten of Wands, which is Marbas. Causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like somebody's not speaking the truth when it comes to that particular relationship. Then we have Ball. Don't get her pregnant. Ball is a Baal, or not B-A apostrophe A-L, B-A-E-L, Baal.
Veil, yeah.
Controls the weather, rain, and lightning, cures or causes pestilence.
Sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And storm.
Mm-hmm. So there's also an aspect of that that's also fertility. And that's the reason why I said what I said. But there's something underneath that's not being seen like at all. And then we have Lucifer. Death provides liberation and illumination, incites jealousy and envy. I don't think old dude is. I don't think he's. Give me a clarifier. This is going to be a learning experience. It's probably not one of those things you can be there in support of. But you can't make the choice for her. She's got to be able to make that choice herself. Allow the door to be open. Yeah, buddy. He's 20 years older.
Yep. Okay. Well, that reads
Helen, you have
fine.
to ask a specific question. Anything for me is too vague.
Yeah, I gotta know. I gotta have a direction to ask questions.
Because otherwise, we're just going to get general information about you. If you have something in particular you would like a reading for,
Yeah.
we got to know.
Yeah, this one ain't gonna end all that well, and she's not gonna listen. You were right to call him old dude. I have another particular feeling about this specific person, and it's a pattern with them. There's a lot of them have the same pattern.
Damn it.
Nope. That's it. That's all I'm getting. They're quiet once they're done talking.
Like,
Yeah. There's definitely a controlling nature to this particular person. Interestingly enough, Lucifer is also the light bringer, and he sheds light on situations.
he is the morning star.
Mm-hmm.
There is that.
Mm-hmm.
You're very welcome.
All right.
What's next?
See.
Make sure we didn't skip nobody.
Maria Rex.
Okay.
Am I going down the right path?
Sledgehammer. I'm just kidding.
All right, Maria. Would you like the crystal mandala or would you like the wild mystic?
All right. Hold on just a minute, Helen. We get to you in just a minute. We got people ahead of you.
Yep. You're in the queue.
She said crystal.
Probably crystal. All right. No one wants the animals.
Yeah, the other one's aminals.
This one's aminals, and it's probably kinder.
No, Mother Nature's pretty raw, dude.
Well, truth. All right. Crystals it is. We'll do one more good shuffle with these dudes. Yeah, those suit you. Oddly enough.
Yeah, me and you are gonna have this conversation later. off stream. Because a particular thing has been poking. Ting, 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 ting.
Gotcha. Hey, buddy. What's up, man?
No, not anybody but you.
Hey, Carissa.
We're doing readings, showing off some of the decks we've got.
They're showing off their dicks.
We're showing off our dicks.
It is a deck of many colors. A deck of many colors.
A deck of many colors. Okay. So Maria wants to know if she's on the right path. Interesting. Archangel Metatron and Clear Quartz, and it's the card of power. That's interesting. If we're talking about you as an individual, the current road is to find clarity, specifically with understanding what it is, coming into your own power. If we're discussing this as a job, then we are looking for a new place of power, specifically in the vein of like a promotion, a department change. Interesting. All the archangels.
Have you already seen them?
I've seen some of them.
Angel of Mitiel and Blue Obsidian. Revelation.
But there's some other ones
Interesting.
up there too.
So, this was the path that you were on. This is the reason why you're asking. Okay. So either an opportunity has come and gone, like you were being seen for a specific position and then overlooked, or you feel as though...
Night, Bridget.
Nights.
Night. Or if it's pertaining to you, you feel as though I'm trying to make sure that I word this correctly. You feel as though the things that you have tried aren't providing you with what it is that you feel you need.
Yes, if I should look for a new job and he is gone, so dead end.
Gotcha. So that is what that is then. So we're looking at it in that terms. Okay. Are we stuck together? Ascended Master. White Matthew and Danbarite. Original Self.
That's what it is.
Okay. I'm going to look for clarifiers.
I feel like everything I do is not right.
Divine Rebel. Okay. What's the culmination? Okay, so that is what needs to happen. So the clarifiers I pulled were the Divine Rebel, Tiger Spirit rises, and the Vision, and in that order. After looking at the cards before it, Power, then Revelation, and then Original Self. There was a specific need to understand the power that you hold in and of yourself, especially, looking for a new job, having the relationship issue. The Divine Rebel sees you pitting what it is that you want against what it is that the Divine has set. Tiger Spirit rising is that particular conflict. We know what's best for us, we know what we should be doing, but it's not what we want. So we rebel, we push. However, after we've pushed to a point where we've hit a wall, that's when we start to gain true clarity. We start to regain vision. So I've got a specific question for you, and you don't have to answer this in the...
Different person. Let's see. Everybody's throwing support, but continue.
You don't have to answer this in the comments. This is just for you. What is it that brings you hope? And think about that for a little bit. That particular question. And answer yourself honestly. What is it that brings me hope? That'll give you your answer. This is guiding you towards an epiphany. That's literally what these cards are trying to do. In order for you to find power and for you to find yourself, you need to regain your vision. Okay.
Interestingly enough, so I decided to pull cards as he was, and I'm going to read these like oracles as opposed to like tarot. Because it popped up. This one specifically talks about reveals the past and the future, reconciles friends and enemies. The second one I pulled procures love of a woman, tells of the things past, present, and future, builds love between friends and enemies. This one teaches the virtue of stones and herbs, but makes birds appear as though they behave as though they were tamed. So it's this common thing of there's a reconciliation of the past that needs to take place to allow that vision to come to the front. And then I pulled three more, and it kept talking about the past and the future, the past and the future, the past and the future.
We're hung up on something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why, flat out, find out what gives you hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because, at the end of the day, that's something that no man, woman, child, or anything, including the Almighty themselves, can take from you.
I'm hope.
Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why.
Mm-hmm. It was a kick-ass scene, though.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, who we got next? For those hanging out, we're doing tarot and oracle reads tonight. We have the Trick or Treat Tarot and the Occult Tarot. We have the Wild Mystic and the Crystal Mandala out. We also have a couple others that we can break out as well. You're very welcome. Okay. Who do we have next? We'll get to you, Helen. You're in the queue. We just need to make sure that we don't skip anybody.
It's not letting me go back far enough.
Shit, hi Keith. That was a while ago. All right, Trina about the job she's looking for.
Good.
And then it's you, Helen.
So, Trina, what deck would you prefer? Would you like the Wild Mystic or would you like the Crystal Mandala? That way I know which one to pull from.
Yeah.
Trina wants crystal. I'm never gonna get to play with my aminals. Everybody wants to get hit in the head with a rock. Alright. And these have been shuffled. Okay. We have the card of higher will again. And this was in regards to a new job. That's interesting. Okay. That is the first time I've pulled this. Spear of the Guru Mother, Goddess Durga and Hematite. Interesting. Especially with higher will. Blue Star Sapphire. That's interesting. That was pretty blatant. Okay. Goddess Isis and the Isis crystal. She shall always prevail. Was her question about getting a new job, or what was the actual question about?
Hold, please.
Oh, there it is. Will I get the job I'm going to interview? This current... Need to pull some clarifiers. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because it's trying to...
And again. Okay. And then again.
It's really going into the internal struggles.
It is. Yeah, a lot, actually. This particular read lends more towards your nervousness. The original 3 cards basically stated that you're going to be placed where it is that you needed to be, and that you were going to do very well there. However, it was the central card. It was the Spear of the Guru Mother. That particular card was a little odd in the middle of the other 2. And the reason why is a mother, and especially someone who is trying to teach, only wields a spear for 2 things. Either to teach to hunt or to teach the art of war. Specifically with Durga, we're learning how to hunt. Meaning that in order for you to actually get the spot that you were wanting, you were going to have to dig deep for it. The next one is a card that I haven't pulled before. Angel Bath Call and Aquamarine, Authentic Voice. A lot of times we have this tendency to overshadow ourselves with bullshit. It's easy to pad a resume as opposed to actually being who and what it is that you are. Authority. Not domineering, but authority. A confidence that you typically wouldn't have.
Something the resume can't talk about.
That, which brings us into the Divine Rebel. This particular card comes in with finding that particular inner strength that we're talking about. That confidence to be yourself, in spite of yourself. Which leads to the last card I pulled, which is Original Self. The you behind the mask. If you're wanting this job as badly as it seems that you want this job, you're going to have to strip away the bullshit. You're going to have to dig down deep. And you're going to have to show these people that you are worth what it is that you're asking for.
I mean, what I'm seeing in these, the movement's there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have the energy and the movement to move forward with it. At the center of this, though, is talking about transformation. And the patience to understand the stars. And doing those will help you find favor.
Strip it away.
Mm-hmm. And if you have the patience to watch, and you'll see the bullshit a mile away when you walk into the interview, if there is any. Oh, and don't afraid to be smart.
Well, looks like the tandem read is right where it needs to be. Shuffle these again, because I'm sure someone's
Now the other piece.
going to want these again.
the part that is the negative side, because there has to be a balance, because that's the way that he's wanted to read. Don't let your personal hang-ups with yourself be a life-controlling issue. Don't let that thing be the devil. Or it is going to be a stormy and nasty road. Mm-hmm. And that's the bottom two cards specifically talk about that. If you don't get past this internal hang-up you have, this life-controlling issue, this devil that is riding your back, quote unquote, not an addiction, but a personality trait. It's going to be rough. That's the easiest way that I could put that one. It was, the descriptors are not kind.
All right, what do we got for comments?
So we have a relationship, well, I find love. That would be.
Apparently, we missed Janine somewhere.
Okay, what was Janine's question?
I have no idea. She just said she was passed.
Hold on a second. We'll get you. That's what I was afraid of.
Going back, going back, going back. Sorry for the quiet, y'all. I'm flipping through. Well, I found a job that I like. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. A job that you like. Should I just put my question again? Who was it? Oh, Allied Us.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, she was asking about.
I got her. Get the job. No, I'll get the job.
You get the job. What was her question?
When they're sewing, are they connecting to their great grandmother?
Oh, okay. Allied Us, do you want the Wild Mystic or the Crystal Mandala?
Past life or the great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Janine, Brian has you.
I'm gonna pull out the Herb Crafter's Tarot.
He's even opening a new deck for you.
Yeah.
One that actually suits him.
Critter cards.
Critter cards. Okay.
Well, I mean, that one suits. It's as blunt as your other one.
It is. I can already feel it. That's why I've been wanting to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got pretty animals on it. Not just pretty rocks. And Helen, we are going to get you here in just a second. We have not forgotten, promise.
I mean, these are fresh.
Well, I mean, most of these decks, Tiff's been getting right as they're off press. Some of which are pre-order. So you're opening probably a legit first round. All right.
Thank you for being patient.
Neat. It's so cool. I'm a fan of that.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Right? Need a clarifier.
By a mile.
Patience. Interesting. That is very, very neat. Okay. So looking at the original 3 cards that I had pulled for you, Allied Us, it was Adaptation, which, due to your particular situation, is a common thing, which leads towards Rebirth, which was the second card. But then there was a very weird card that was in that particular mix. Consume. So I needed clarifiers. What the fuck were we consuming, right? So this tells me that you are correct. When you are sowing, the first 2 cards basically tell me that you are channeling someone. Now, the consume card means that somebody is having to take a back seat. There is particular energy that is being consumed, being taken over for something else to be forward. So the first card of my clarifiers was kindness. Specifically over the adaptation and rebirth. The second card was patience. This was over the rebirth and the consume. And then the last card that came was power. This particular situation tells me that both grandma and a past life are coming forward. However, one of them is allowed to speak and be present, whereas the other one is in more of the background. So the sewing skill that you acquire, when you sew and that particular feeling comes out, that's probably your grandmother. However, the space where your head goes, where you start to feel a different kind of presence, that, however, is more than likely a past life. We're showcasing a couple of decks that we've got in by doing tarot and oracle reads. If you'd like one, I'll give us a question. So the answer for you, Allied, is yes. But it does, sorry.
No, go for it.
But it does suggest that your grandmother is being overshadowed. So she's present, she's there, but she's being overshadowed. Sup, Keith?
Okay, so...
And you were doing for Janine.
Yep. Well, I found a job that you like. Alright, so the first card that comes up, and this is Herb Crafter's Tarot is what this one is. And it's talking a lot about taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself at the roots.
Oh, fuck. They got away from me.
Dedication leads to mastery is your commitment strong enough.
Interesting on that.
So, and
What was
the
that
next,
about being fucking harsh? Jeez.
the next one is the Nine of Earth, and it's talking, as far as the way this deck presents it, is a lot about reciprocity, being able to give and receive at the same time. Measure your wealth by what you give. Apple is an ancient tree that contributes to the life and well-being of the land and the people. And the next one in this little piece was the Ace of Air. And the first seeds of a new idea are found just outside your front door. It really speaks strongly about discernment and being able to judge truthfully. Well, I have a new job opportunity.
God damn it. Okay. We'll get to you in a second. Next up is Helen, after we're done with this. Are you done with Janine's?
No, I've got 2 more cards.
Okay. After he's done with Janine's, we're going to do Helen's, then we're going to get back with the rest of y'all.
Interesting, okay.
Y'all just don't want
Open your, and the real big thing that stuck out to me was open yourself to new ways to pray. Asking, since it's going with this particular, ask, how can I give? How can I help people? How can I do this thing? And it would be way more emotionally fulfilling for you. Yeah, having a paycheck is great, but maybe look at something that is about
service.
And Keith, financial situation.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it would be a lot more emotionally stimulating for you to go into that direction and look at things. Yeah, having a high-paying job is great, but being able to speak into people is, 10 times better. Awesome.
We do things every once and again. All right.
I've got a place for you. I'll bring that bag for this one, and I'll just leave it here because I got that tree bag from
Allied.
Yeah, from us. I got that bag from us. I'm just going to start calling you us. I don't even remember your first name. Well, I don't remember all your names. Imagine a person with ADHD trying to remember just one person's name, let alone all of them.
April. That's the main one.
Cool. Didn't remember.
I'm telling you.
By the time I walk out that door, I know her as us now.
You are us, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
One of us?
One of us. So, who?
She's one of them. I'll pop that one.
Yeah, I think the first question she asked was about love, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me just a second. I've also noticed that the books for most tarot cards are becoming more brutal, whereas ones before, when we were coming up, they were kitten soft.
I mean, Rider-Waite was like using a fucking quill and inkwell to fucking write something out instead of a computer, but even its archaic ass fucking way of doing things was calm.
Well, I mean, all it gave you was words, like one word, one or two, three maybe words.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we We switched it up. Went back to that one, huh? All right, man. All right. Helen, Brian is doing your read.
I'm actually going to...
And for anybody else, if you guys want a reading, we currently have 2 Oracle decks and 3 Tarot decks out. We're showcasing them, doing readings. All these things we're going to have available for you, but we just thought we'd have some fun. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. We do have to have a question. We don't do general reads.
Oh, so that's how you freaking numbered this shit. Gotcha.
And then, Renee.
Okay.
School. She's wanting to know about school.
School.
If she's finishing the year out or if she's doing other things.
Okay. Was that a previous one we missed?
Yeah.
Okay. While he's pulling Helen's, Renee, if you're still on here, Crystal or Wild Mystic?
Well, shit, everybody thinks I'm asleep, so I guess I am going to go to bed.
Crystal. Well, I mean, you're laid up on the couch with the blanket over you.
Well, it was cold.
Crystal, it is. All right.
Alrighty, I got you. I'm ready for you.
That is Helen that you got.
All right, Helen. Now, I know this is your first time on one of our live streams.
It's definitely with us reading.
Yeah. Well, it's the first time on a live stream. So, usually we try to be jokey and playful and have a good time, have those serious moments. But oftentimes we try to wait, when the truth bomb is coming through, we throw the truth bomb. You built walls around your heart. You've been hurt so bad and done so dirty. You believe in the idea of love, but you hate to be lonely. If you can overcome that, find yourself again, love yourself again, even if you are in a relationship, like right now, currently, this would do you more good by a mile. Then you can love that person even further. There is a definite thing of which one are you all talking about? Because what's bad, these have the sigils for them on the 2.
And Keith, you need these.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Those are fun.
Because it specifically, I do basically the root of the issue, what is in the ether, the past and the future, and the real thing in the middle of it. The real thing in the middle of it is that wall. The first thing talked about love, causing love, having love. And at the end of it, it's about healing yourself. about moving forward moving forward with breaking down those walls and allowing for trust to come through again, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable again. But yeah.
Fucking Christ. Alright. Sorry. That just slammed me like a ton of bricks. Jesus. Oh,
I hope that helped.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Who is this?
This is Renee's. Ooh. That's not great. At least not at the beginning. That's not great. Okay.
I know what that is.
So do I.
And we usually don't.
Yep.
I know exactly what that means.
Yep. Wow, dude. Sorry, give me a second, Renee. I'm having to take this in. I don't need clarifiers for this one. At least not yet. Okay. What was your exact question? Because I need to make sure that I've got this right before I go on with my read. I know it had something to do with the school year, but I didn't catch the question itself. Is it close enough to scroll and get it?
It'd be forever, but I can try.
If not, I think she's going to retype it.
That's just what the cards came through as. I have no issue with being wrong. It just is what it is.
Well, I know that. I'm in the middle of it.
Yeah, we've already pulled. Well, he's already pulled while I was doing yours. It's too far back.
Too far back. Okay. So, Renee, this was pertaining to, at least from what I was told, anyway. There it is. What?
Am I finishing the year out was falsely accused of something? Is someone trying to sabotage me?
Okay, so that explains this shit. Okay. I will need to pull qualifiers after the fact for this. Archangel Michael and Lapis Lazuli, the Vision. This is the current situation. Okay. Looking at it in that tone, you have a clear plan for what is happening. There is the desire for you. You want to finish the school year because you don't want to let your students down. You have a vision of how the year can turn out. However, on the flip side of that, there's a lot going through your head, and obviously so, about the situation. but your vision is becoming cloudy because of it. We can't see the goal anymore. It's starting to fade. Which leads us to the next card. Goddess Hecate and Micah, Crossroad of Destiny. Usually when a card like this pops up, Brian and I do not say anything the fuck about it, but unfortunately it is the crux of this reading and we're going to have to. Crossroads of Destiny, meaning this is a life-defining choice that you are going to have to make, and notice that I said choice. You are going to have to choose whether or not you stay or not. This is going to honestly come down to whether or not you want to wait for the outcome. Because, yeah, you might be getting some flack from this particular situation, but the truth of the matter is going to come out. Because the last card, Ascended Master Seropsis Bay and Clear Calcite, Karmic Grace. The truth of the matter is going to come out, and karma is going to be received on both sides. For what it is that you're about to endure, you're going to actually wind up getting a boon from it once it's over with. The person that has given these false accusations is going to regret that action. But this is all based off of your specific choice, whether or not you want to stand and endure it or not. Okay. Divine Perfection. And again, Tiger Spirit rises. Okay. From this particular decision, and the reason why I keep putting it that way is I know for a fact you know exactly which decision I'm talking about. I don't need to air dirty laundry. But from this particular decision, there is going to be a perfection found. It's going to be what is best for all sides. The Tiger Spirit rising shows you overcoming the adversity. One more. And, whoa. That is cool. Archangel Lahabael and Black Tourmaline. Purification. You're going to come out of this particular situation white as snow without a blemish. But once again, and I have to keep reiterating this is based off of your decision. Whether or not you choose to endure what it is you're about to go through. You need to handle this situation with the utmost grace. State your case, and then leave it.
Make sure everything's in writing.
Yep.
Make sure everything's in writing. Everything. Even if it's a phone call, everything is in writing. Send a recap of the conversation you had with somebody that is pertaining with this situation.
All right. Next. God damn it.
All right, I'm going to go back to Helen real quick. That's the inner working. Let's look at the actual thing. There's somebody that you actually like, and you've been wanting them to be that thing for you. And there is this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with it. Maybe look elsewhere, because it seems like there may be an unexpected surprise around the corner. Work on yourself. Don't be in a relationship because you're lonely. Be in a relationship because you want to love someone. Because I pulled from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, the first card was attraction, patience, discernment, and the next 3 cards was resistance, and then the unexpected, and then the masculine right after.
Neat. Yeah, from what I understand, those are pretty stout cards as well.
I feel like I'm in Susie's shop for the first time.
And like ever?
Mm-hmm. No, like that wave of that.
Uh-huh. Isn't that neat?
It's a definite head pressure.
Who we have next?
Lee wants a crystal for the rest of her ghost hunts this year.
Is that...
Yeah, it's on there. Lee Jackson.
Did we miss anybody? She's wanting the crystal deck.
Then after that is Randy for a financial job opportunity.
Okay.
I think we already did one for you like a month ago. If I'm recalling right, or is it a different person?
We did one for Randy, but it wasn't for a job, I don't think. Or finances.
Hi, Randy.
Hi. Ugh.
And then Keith on finances.
Okay. Alright, Lee, if you're still on here, I'm about to pull your cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
All the time.
All the time, every time. If your phone has a thing to where you can transcribe a phone call, a voicemail, do it. Keep it. Let them make all the accusations they want if you have papers backing you up. Fuck them.
That's it. Okay, good deal. So we're wondering how the ghost hunts are going to be. And you're wanting crystal for that. This ought to be a little weird. Alright. Do one more shuffle. That way we know that they're fucking shuffled. Because it's interesting that certain cards have come back up for you guys and they shouldn't have. Okay. Oh, we're getting hung. I guess you don't want to be shuffled again.
No.
Like, it just went no. Altogether. Alright, fine.
Yeah, get their written statements.
Okay. Neat. I always have a tendency to do that. Just look at the bottom card.
Yep.
Alright. I thought it was going to be weird. It's acceptance. Archangel Anael in pink calcite. Acceptance.
Please let it be. Please let it be. Come on.
Angel Raziel
Mm-hmm.
and Petersite. Storm Wisdom.
Shit, I was hoping for the other. I was hoping for acceptance balance.
Well, actually, we're getting Ascended Master Lao Tzu
Mm.
and Zen Sight. Descending Power. That's That's a fucking read for ghost hunting. All right. This seems to be lending more towards the hunts themselves as opposed to you specifically. This is what's going to happen. There needs to be an overall acceptance, both of your particular gifts, because you seem, at least as far as the cards are talking, you seem to be the kind of person that doubts way too often. Did I really? Is that really? There needs to be an acceptance that what it is that you see and feel is legitimate. In doing so, you're going to be able to gain wisdom through the chaos. Basically, be the person that can actually see in the sandstorm. The one that actually wound up prepared for the evidence. Accepting who it is that you are and the way that you work is going to allow you to know exactly where the activity is going to be. Descending power. This both speaks to you and everyone else around you. There doesn't need to be this idea of someone leading these hunts, these ghost hunts, these paranormal investigations. There doesn't need to be a quote-unquote leader. If someone's there to facilitate, that's fine. But that's not the way this is. This card, out of all three, even the Wisdom of Storms, this one lends towards more drama than the other two. A dissension of ranks. Someone getting too big for their britches and getting knocked to their knees because of it.
Tell me why.
Which, actually, this didn't make it any better. Ascended Master, Mataji, and Crimson Cuprite, Relief and Repair. This tells me a different story now. You are probably going, this particular card, the one that I'm talking about, is going to bring drama, descending power. You're going to wind up in a particular back and forth, we'll say, with a particular somebody. Words are probably going to be exchanged in a not so pleasant way. However, there is going to be a release of pressure once that's done. A new freedom. Relationships that you would like to keep from that fallout, you are going to be able to repair. Oh my God. The card that would need to come up.
It's Christian.
What's up?
She was reading too.
Okay. The card that would need to come up, and spectacular, just chef's kiss. Goddess Rhiannon, an Amazonite. Integrity. Your side is going to prove that it is the most honest, truthful, and experienced. And then we just get the finality of it, and we get the higher will card after that. So everything is going to go as it needs to go. More than likely, the way that this actually panned out, you're going to be coming into either a new gift or a new understanding of your gifts and how it is that you are able to work. You also may wind up finding a better or more streamlined method of actually doing paranormal investigations. In the midst of that, it is going to wind up threatening somebody. And they are going to start being a snarky bitch. In that particular situation, all you need to do is hold your head up. Let your actions speak for themselves. Don't be catty. Don't be petty. People are going to talk all day long, but unless there's action behind it, it's useless. Keep your integrity intact, and you'll keep your friendships intact.
Alrighty, Keith.
Kiefer. So what do we got for Otter Mountain?
Wisdom. You find wisdom at the peak of Otter Mountain. So, this is talking a lot about other stuff other than financials, but
one usually goes hand in hand with the other.
Yep. You've learned a lot. I mean, I know the situation for what it is, but you've learned a lot. You've come out of it a lot. You've come out of a lot of shit. Because the second card is resilience.
Ours too. Ours too, Renee. It burns ours too.
This is a new beginning. This is a new start. This is a fresh page. But don't forget, there has to be balance. Has to be. There has to be balance. There has to be balance. We can't put in more than we pull out. We can't pull out more than we put in. And what did all this teach you? And all this taught you is to have faith that it's going to work. That it's going to be okay. Because the last card is faith. You don't know how, you don't know why, but it's going to be okay.
You doing orichalcals?
Yeah, I'm doing the... Ooh, and the last one, I pulled up a new one. Harvest Moon.
Oh, you're doing the Queen of the Moon deck.
Mm-hmm.
God, those are so pretty.
And the last card is Fruition.
Finality.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
It's going to be okay. Yeah, there's doubt. And it's good to do that. It's good to ask questions. You know, I need to make sure that everything is going to be just right. But allow a little bit of that free flow. Just a little bit, but not enough to where it's overbearing.
Who do we have next? Was it Randy that was next?
Randy was Job.
Randy wants Job. Randy, if you're still on here, do you want the crystal or you want the animals?
Animals. Deep and wide.
Deep and wide, there's a
fountain
flowing deep and wide. Now, is this a question about whether or not you were going to get a job, or whether or not your job is right for you, or what about said job? Well, I am shuffling the dick. Well, I'm handling my dick.
Quit being so rough with it, jeez.
Jesus. Looking for a better one. All right. Let's see what we got.
Tandem it.
Ooh.
The purring.
Neat, actually. Inspire.
I like that.
Right? Isn't that cool?
All right.
So the first card is Inspire. That is also very cool. Disguise. You saw me shuffle these like a million times, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's neat. Okay.
What's funny is I'm getting similar.
That is interesting. Okay. So the first card I got was Inspire. Obviously, we are being spurred on by a type of inspiration. Oh, you want to know what the animals are? The Inspire card if I remember correct, it's like a wren.
Yeah, it's a wren.
Yeah. The Inspire card is there. It's a wren on a branch.
What leaf is that? Let me look at it again.
I think it's a...
it's a white oak?
Yeah. Strength. Inspiration. The second card, which was interesting to me, and it's a chameleon, but it is disguise. and it's a chameleon with its tail curled. But here was the part that I was finding absolutely fucking hilarious. If I'm seeing this correct, that is a fucking badger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last one is the reveal card, and it is a badger. There we go. It's a badger. Badger. Anyway.
With like a combination between Earth and moon symbols.
Mm-hmm. These are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Tiff was like, I brought these home and they're already open, I'm like, those are mine, right?
What? We're selling? No.
These are demo cards. I'm taking them. If you do get a chance, these are a beautiful deck. Keith has one too. Interesting. And we get it again. Adaptation is our qualifier, or clarifier, excuse me, and it is a squid.
Octopus
And, okay, secret. Of course it would be that. Of course it would be. Of course secrets would be that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Secret. It's crows.
That's ravens, bub.
Well, yeah, ravens, crows.
Thought and memory, because it's the two.
It is.
Hugin and Munin.
Lock and key, yeah. So it's the yin and yang of the ravens. Now we need the one more. Fucking weird card. Why did that come up? That's going to take me a second. But the last card I got was Protect. That's a strange ass card. But it is, there we go. It is, gotta change my hand weird.
Koalas!
Koala bears. It's a mama and the cub. This read makes no sense to me.
So the first ones mine popped up were peace. And this specific interpretation of this peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama. Do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while.
On that particular end, since we're doing this in tandem, on that particular end, my first card that I pulled for you was Inspire. Specifically, if we're looking at peace in that particular way, we usually find our best inspiration for what it is that we should be doing as soon as we stop doing the things that are needless. So the big thing here is it's not just a better job that you're looking for. You feel uninspired in the job that you're in. You're not really having any... I mean, it's a job, yeah, but you're not really having any enjoyment in it. It's a day-to-day, it's a grind, it's a thing, but there's not really any inspiration to it, and that's part of the reason why you're looking for a new job, which is where my second card, Disguise, came in. That's the reason why we had to do this in tandem.
Mm-hmm. My second card is Power. His is about disguise. This one is about stepping into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought.
Which is this. This is basically talking about, I'm reading you currently and the way it is that you currently feel, whereas he's giving you the future. Disguise. We put on the happy face, the mask. Yeah, this is who I have to be at this place, but it's not who I like to be. It's not who I'm at home. It is not the kind of person I would really see myself as in a couple years from now. And coming into the last card of the current,
Mm-hmm.
which is Reveal. And that's where his card came in.
Mm-hmm.
Time for us to gain that inspiration, to put the mask down, to actually start moving through life unencumbered in that way.
And the last card of that series for me is learn how to handle crisis with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are far better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. It's also known as hot extremes or the hot moon.
Which is interesting.
Okay, back to the next two.
So, we're right on track.
Mm-hmm.
We have adaptation.
Mine's self-reflection.
Well, I mean, going off of what you just read.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have adaptation. Not necessarily to the situation. That's not what we're looking at. We're not conforming at this point. We're finding an adaptation too. Circumstances can only change when we choose to change, when we choose to adapt. After we've come out of that point where the disguise is lifted, we're adapting to a new self, which means that a new life has to happen with it. And you said self-discovery?
Mm-hmm. Self-reflection. Be curious about your own nature. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Before he continues, secret. That's where the secret card came up.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about yourself that you don't quite know yet. That's going to help you make a better decision.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Again, it's self-reflection. It goes into choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who you are and want. The more you know about yourself, the more you are able to steer yourself well, know what you believe and why, yet be open to the development of new beliefs and ways of being.
That is the secret, isn't it?
Mm.
I'm still looking for clarity for this one.
The next one I got after that one was surrender. And that is
that your second to last?
second to last.
Okay.
Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means let go and what no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. And then my last card is hunger. The wolf moon.
Interesting.
Feed the good and hope within you. There will always be a lean part of the cycle. Prosperity will come. Do not let your hunger blindly dictate your actions entirely.
So that's what this is. Okay. So my last card for my pull was Protect. I think in this particular sense, since we're doing this in tandem, I think in this particular sense, it's to keep the faith. Once you've found yourself and you understand who that is and who you want that person to be, who you actually are, there's going to be a need to protect that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily, and this is along the lines of what we've told other people, it's not necessarily along the lines of finding a quote-unquote better job. At this point, it's finding a quote-unquote better environment.
What you thinking?
We got anybody eels?
Yeah, we lost everybody after that one. Thank you guys. Something to think about. Christina, she's having a procedure on Monday.
Okay. You want to do it? Want me to do it? We do it in tandem.
We seem like they're more of a healing natured card. Let's find out.
What are you doing?
I'll do the turret. Herbs.
Tayrot.
Yeah, I'll pull that. Meditate. Meditate. Shut up.
Cat.
Shut up.
Just for spite, probably.
One of them bitching at the other one. You're in the water bowl. You're in the water bowl. There's birds outside. No, they're not. I see a Viet Cong in the trees. No one asked you.
Actually, that's usually how that happens too. Skitz just walks in. He's like, "The fuck's going on? No one fucking asked you." Both of them wind up whipping his ass. Oh,
That's neat.
you still on here, Christina?
Okay.
Okie doke.
I think it's kind of hilarious. I pull the first card I pull. There's a Star Brigade on it.
these cards don't play. When they don't want to fucking go, they don't. They just don't go. Alrighty.
Oh, that's the wrong freaking card. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Why does that no work?
Why does brain not thunk good?
These cards, man. I've never seen a deck so opposed. Alright. Come on. Yeah, these in particular. There we go. The crystal mandala is just blatant like a sledgehammer. These wild mystic cards are like, nah. They fight tooth and nail. Brian's researching his read.
Well, these cards, they're very specific because they're herb cards. And I know herb lore. I don't know a lot of, I don't know herb lore about yucca.
Plus, some of these are new decks altogether. Like, brand new.
Yeah. So, there's a connection, but we haven't quite gotten there yet. What's the procedure?
If you don't mind us asking.
If it's complicated, say it's complicated. Because that actually kind of came up. I just don't know if that's that or not. Because it's talking about the empowerment of a woman. But I thought it was very fascinating. The first thing that popped out was a brigade star, a brigade cross, woven out of yucca. You don't need speedy healing.
So the situation is potentially complicated. Okay.
Gotcha.
Colonoscopy diagnostic.
The way this is reading, at least the first 3 lines, things are going to come out all right on that. Because it's talking about being empowered and remembering that I need to remember who she is. My brain is not, because that's important.
The cards will make sense once you get it figured out.
That's why.
Yeah.
Brigade is associated with wisdom, poetry, healing, protection, blacksmithing, and domesticated animals. So I'm getting 4 different things talking specifically about healing and being healed and good success.
So far, things are A-okay.
And the thing that popped out about the Nine of Fire, you have the strength and the stamina to meet life's demands with confidence. And the last one is another fire card. Outcome.
While he's researching, you guys can come and do the thing. Okay, not to add another. Gotcha.
I don't see that. The thing. It's talking. A lot of these cards are talking specifically about. I know we feel we're old, but we're not. Go through life with joyful exuberance and allow yourself to feel like a kid. Pick up those things we wanted to pick up and trust that things are going to be all right. Yeah. I don't see anything in here that suggests specifically a negative outcome, because we have the Nine of Water, which is the granting of wishes actually in traditional tarot. Your wish is coming true. So but the big one that popped when I first pulled that card was that Brigid Star. Or Cross.
And cross.
That's the one I feel is watching over the situation.
Which is pretty boss.
Yeah.
It's pretty boss.
Usually I don't get that jump unless there is one involved. I like these. I like these too. Yeah. You're like, here's the 3 parts of Brian. Here's the green part. Here's the Derval. And here's the dark and mysterious.
I like those Queen of the Moons, though.
I do too.
Those are really, really awesome.
But what time is it? Yeah, unfortunately, we have come to the end of the list.
And that means we're at the end of the line.
Yeah, I've got to get up in the morning.
So do I.
And go to my last day of this new job. that I just got. Because I already have another one.
I get to go to Cincinnati tomorrow.
Why? Why the hell would you want to go there?
Right? It's in Ohio. Gotta take the cat out.
Which one?
Mine.
What's wrong with her?
Her heart.
You're very welcome. Love you, Christina.
Love your face. We'll see you next weekend.
Maybe on my part. Maybe I may be able to be there today. Maybe. And if I am able to be there, I'll probably be late. Because that's the nature of the new one.
I mean, Saturday.
If they give me Saturday.
That's true. Y'all are very welcome. If you want to, come out and see us. We're going to be at Waverly this weekend. The flyer is the pinned post at the top of the page. Go check it out. We're going to have a special panel with the mechanics at 2 p.m. It is only for the 17th. You do need to get your tickets online. To our knowledge, they don't do it at the door. So, you got to pre-register. All the stuff is there. Come do the thing. We're going to be there next weekend at the local event, Clarion Hotel off of Newtown Pike, Convention Center North. We're going to be there for the mystical market as we usually are every month. But till we see y'all fuckers again, and as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Remember that those that have the power to change themselves have the power to change the world around themselves.
Mwah, I love you.
Deuces.